He put on a little show for the people that was there.
Hope you don't mind.
Oh, no, that's fine.
If I sit here and write it all down, I'll be breaking your concentration. I'll never keep up.
And he put on a little demonstration for everybody out in the factory, and it went over real well. Played several pieces and bounced his sticks off the ground, and caught him, and he kept playing his drums, and it was a lot of fun. The people really enjoyed it. And we brought the machine home, and eventually, and then made our own drumsticks for the end. Then they moved everything to California shortly after that.
Is there any such thing as Rogers drum that has Dayton, Ohio, that was made in Covington? It says Dayton. Were they still made in Covington?
I don't remember ever having anything in Dayton. I was purchasing agent there too.
Warehousing and offices.
There were warehousing offices in Dayton, but then toward the end, almost the last year, everything was done in Dayton pretty much.
And they did drums down there?
Yeah.
What, 68?
It'd be 68, yeah. So like the last few months, it was probably maybe only half a year or so that we did everything but Joe Thompson and Bill Davis pretty well stayed in Covington. But everybody else moved to Dayton.
So once they started using that Dayton tag, 90-some% of the drums actually made in Covington.
Yeah. I had a set made for me that were all wood, all Dynasonic, finish inside, not just the snare drum, but the bass drum, the toms, and all that. Of course, I had them special made because they were mine, and I got rid of those years ago. I wish now I'd have kept them. I had them done in the Mardi Gras pearl, I saw a set of drums like that up in Chicago once at a big show. And I thought, I'm going to have a set of those, so I went back to the shop and made a set of them. And I wish now I'd have kept them, but
they take up a lot of room.
Yeah, it was a twin tom. Had 3 floor toms, a big one and 2 16/16s, and all the cymbals. I had probably 10 cymbals. I had a hell of a set, but I wish now I'd have kept it. But it filled a room up.
Yeah. Where my boys is.
Yeah.
Got 15 drums, 15 cymbals, cowbells, triangles, wood blocks.
I got everything. I had everything. Everything they had with drums, I got it. And I got rid of all of it, except that little skinny snare drum over here. So you got one of those?
Out in the car, I'm bringing it back to Jerry Field. He loaned it to me for photographs. And
okay.
I used 2 different cameras, couldn't get it to come out right, so I went to professional and did it. I cleaned it up for him. It looks, I made it look like this.
I had that in a plastic bag stored out in the garage, and it was all I had to do was just polish the chrome up a little bit. It was basically that condition right there.
It's better shape than this.
And then I had these things. Of course, we didn't make those; they were made in Mexico. You can set that on a pool table if you want.
I took that and cleaned it up with oxidation.
Yeah, I didn't take that off of it. I'm going to take that off, and I'll have that chromed. Even though, yeah,
it cleans it.
It's zinc plated or CAD plated. But I made just
right off.
Yeah, I just didn't take that off yet. And I can't find my bongos. I got a set of them, Mardi Gras bongos. And and that's all I got.
His isn't.
Mine's those are the original heads.
His head's stitched up.
Yeah. In fact, I was just in California in January out there on business, and I wanted to see Remo Belli, who makes the heads, because I was out there in '68. I went through his plant, Remo's plant,
Yeah, they made the heads for
I
Rogers.
made all for Rogers, and I called him a couple years ago, and when I was out there, and he had a big music seminar or something going on the same 3 days I was out there, so we didn't hook up. And then this year I was tied up, so I didn't get to see him. Next year I go out in January. I'm going to make an appointment to get a hold of him somehow, and at least maybe go out for dinner or something.
Yeah.
He remembered me, but I had to do a little bit of talking. You go back
Jog his memory. What's his last name?
Remo Belli.
B-E-L-L-I.
B-E-L-L-I. He's the fellow that makes the heads. I've got his address and phone number here someplace, but I'm not sure where it's at right now.
Spelling's what I was worried about.
Okay. Let me get a pencil. I'll make you notes in case there's something you want to. But I need to do you.
Yeah, I took Jerry's and changed heads and snares, tuned it up, and it sounded great. And I brought it back to, I put the original snares and heads on that he had and give it back to him. I just wanted to hear what it sounded like. It sounded a lot better with my heads and snares.
Well, Joe developed that, Joe Thompson, and he would go outside his house and play these drums outside so he could really get a good sound out of them. And he played that up against the Dynarsonic. Of course, it didn't have the depth that the Dynarsonic did, but he was very pleased with the way it performed, being a 13-inch versus a 14-inch Dynarsonic snare, why it's hell and the depth and everything. But he was real pleased with it. It just never went over that good.
When did he invent that?
That was in 68.
Boy, it's the year he died.
Yeah, it's probably one of the last things he developed, that and the timpani drum.
Now,
we had some help on that. We had some engineering.
How many of these shells did he have molded?
God, I don't know. They were made by Ross Pattern.
Oh, Sydney?
That's who done the work.
They never hit the market, though.
No, not big time. No, they sold a few, but I don't remember how many we made now. I would say probably less than 100, maybe. I don't know. I don't think they made too many of them. It just never went over. Well, when they moved it from Covington to Dayton, and CBS got involved when
they started screwing things up,
and they moved everything to California. That's when everything went to hell in a handbasket, really. But
I guess they screwed Fender up too.
I haven't got that on straight. Yeah, they come up pretty good. That's Fender screwed up too?
They're coming back, I guess.
Are they?
Family bought.
The family bought Fender back from.
I think so.
The drums mostly now are made. Parts and everything's made in Japan, aren't they?
Last I heard it was Taiwan.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's even worse.
Yeah. Because the guy in Dayton that made the lugs and everything, what the hell is his name? That's long ago, I can't remember right now.
Darn it. Somewhere I've written where the lugs were made down on the southwest suburb of Dayton.
No, they were made, there's a place that's right off of where Pepsi Cola is, or off of the
Clear from Needmore.
No, past Needmore where the turn is there. Russ, I think the guy's last name right now. He was the sales manager for him, and then the guy that owned the business, I can't think of his name right now. I'll put all this down. You can look through these if you want. Let's see. Russ Webb. Acrocast.
Acrocast.
Acrocast is the name of the company that made that. What the hell is it? Yeah, I know the place's name. I might think of it. Russ Webb lives in Middletown, somewhere down around Middletown someplace, or did. I haven't talked to him in several years. I haven't seen the other guy for a long while either. I don't know why I had that. It's a copy of something. Where'd you find that at? In one of these?
No.
In between that?
Yeah.
I don't know what that, I don't know why I got it. I didn't run a copy of that. I can get a copy of it if you want. It's basically just like this, I would think. But it's probably maybe an older version of it, Dave. Is that right? Well, I kept them. I'm going to get rid of them.
Easy stores to throw them away when they got the new ones. No, just
Are you the guy that advertised for Rogers drum stuff in the paper here? Oh, hell, it was quite a while ago. I seen an advertisement. I can't remember where the hell the guy was located at. But I thought, well, I'm not going to sell anything I got. I'm going to keep what's left. I don't have that much. I used to have a bunch of cymbals and beaters and sticks and heads and all kind of stuff. In fact, I had a big bass drum. The last thing I had was one of these big mahogany drums. It was probably
big marching drum.
48. No, it was a concert drum.
Oh my!
That big. I sold it to a friend of mine in town. Frank Neville has an orchestra here in town, and he called me one day and wanted to know where he could get one. I said, hell, I got one of them damn things. I can use it as a coffee table.
40 by 18.
Yeah, something like that. It's a
big concert room.
Big one. But even for a coffee table, it takes a big. Well, we've got a big room up here now. We didn't have it at the time.
Yeah, I've got one I'd like to get rid of. It's about a 1943 Slinger one sitting in the attic. Bass drum. 26 by 14.
How many drums you got?
I've got 87 snare drums.
87 snare drums. Good grief, you got a big storage here.
I didn't bring my inventory with me. I got them sitting on a rack lined up. You can get like
on a wall, you mean?
40. Yeah.
You got the metal Dynasonic?
Yeah, I got
chrome one.
2 of them. Got a couple Super 10s, power tones. Mostly Ludwigs. I got probably 40 Ludwigs. I like the Super
Joe
sensitive.
played around with those 10 luggers. Well, the Dynasonic was 10 lug, if I remember right. And the power tones were 8. And I was thinking he was putting more lugs on one too.
Yeah, they had a 10 lug power tone.
Yeah.
A metal.
Yeah. He's always playing with something.
If I was to design a drum, it'd have 10 or 12. Your choice, nothing less. Nothing more either.
Yeah.
Hanging too much metal on the
Yeah.
shell. And they'd be tube lugs. Have so much mass.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Restricting the shell. Probably 12 tube lugs in one stuff.
I used to have some of these things. I don't think I got those anymore.
Salina High School had those. 60s.
I think Sydney High School had Rogers. Well, most all schools around here had Rogers back in the 60s. A lot of them had few others, but
The lady from the band parents in Newton High School has 3 of these, but they aren't Dynasonic. The power tones.
Power tone.
Silver sparkle.
And I don't know that I don't have someplace, unless I sold it to Don Hauer, a 15-inch Dynasonic frame.
Oh, yeah, marching.
I don't have the rest of it. All I got's the frame part. You know,
The adjuster.
no, I don't think I had that. I think I just had the Dynasonic, the die-cast frame, and the wires. I don't think I had the other parts.
I like the sound of the power tone. The wooden Dynasonics, the only drums that's going to bring
Any money?
$8.
Is that right?
Wooden Dynasonics. If you get the right color in top condition, in 6.5.
In a 6.5.
Top dollars out around 8.5.
No kidding.
It's a rare color and really good shape.
Well, I didn't have any 6.5.
You can hope to get that much.
Is that because of the 6.5? There wasn't that many made. Probably. Most everybody bought 5s.
5s, yeah.
That was our popular size, was the 5-inch, either power tone or the other.
Oh, yeah.
6.5s were probably more used for marching bands than concerts.
These were like, 14 by 10s and 15 by 12. I have 2 black diamond pearl power tones, one Fullerton and one Dayton.
Oh, one from Fullerton?
Yeah.
With Japanese lugs, or does it still have the Ohio lugs?
Not sure. There's not much difference.
It was.
You got to look on the inside to tell, probably.
No, I think they changed. I think they changed the design on the outside somewhat.
Well, they were beaver
Pretty
tails
much like that,
yeah.
beaver tail like that. Then they were probably Dayton lugs. I know they changed them. I think within 2 years after they moved out there. And they went Japanese, because I talked to a guy down here at Acro, and he lost a business. He used to fly out there quite often, try to keep it, but he couldn't beat the Japs out. And they were going for price and not quality anymore.
Yeah.
That's what ruined it. Well, the fact that the biggest part of the market's east of Mississippi for music stuff. You know, they got a lot of big bands out there, but people scattered all over. Hell, after you leave California, there's not much between California and the Midwest to sell anything. You know, you got New York and everything east of St. Louis. It's a lot heavier populated.
Sales High School has this drum in white marine pearl.
Oh, yeah?
In a pit in the marching band.
Huh.
They brought it in on a trailer. It's a great big 40. It had those Remo fiber skins, brand new ones on both sides. It's an awesome drum. Lots of lugs. I counted up 14 or 16 per side. 16, I think.
There was a guy
14,
in Cleveland, a music distributor out there. He was a Jewish guy. There was a Ben Strauss was his sales manager that worked for this guy. He and Joe kind of got started. In fact, I think he got Joe Thompson involved in building drums.
Uncle Henry?
Henry Grossman. And then Ben Strauss was his salesman. I think he might have even been his son-in-law. But Ben was a super guy, hell of a salesman. And he'd come down one day, and we always packed these drums in a special box and had a thing that went around the things that they wouldn't touch in the box. And you could throw the damn thing down if it was packed right, and it wouldn't do any damage to the drum. I got a couple of them up in Cleveland that weren't packed right. He brought it down to the shop down there one day, and he got everybody together. Took that box. Nobody knew what he was going to do, and he threw it down on the ground. Took it out, and the drum was damaged. Just raised hell about it. And he took one that was packed right, done the same thing, didn't know what, nothing happened to it. And he was pushing quality and everything like that. And he said, this is what we built the company on, and we don't want to lose it because some clown decides not to put a piece of cardboard in there designed to protect this drum. And then when they went to California, they just kind of lost all that, you know. Well, CBS is a big-time outfit.
Yeah, they didn't know anything about it.
They didn't know anything about the music business. But these were the hot item, the metal ones. After they left here, everybody wanted the steel ones versus the wood. But I can see where these
made fewer of them, I guess. It's probably the very reason.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the guys are into the strange colors.
Yeah.
I kind of hide in my little corner, but you know, I
know,
see and read about it.
Yeah, I know there's a couple of metal ones, but I don't know if they're for sale. I'm sure going to try to buy them if they're going to go out that much.
Well, the metal ones are they're around 175.
Well, that's not much more than they were new.
I don't know.
Or 100.
Most drums you get a lot less than new.
Huh?
Most drums you can get less than new. It's one of the nice things about collecting them. There's a few that are the new price or even higher.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know what a new one would cost. Today, I haven't kind of lost track of it. I think there's still some people from Covington still out in California yet, probably.
This type of a drum, new, right now, generally around 300. And you can get an old Rogers for $2. Why buy a new one?
Yeah,
People still do it, but
well, they think they're getting something better, and they're really not. You know, I haven't paid that much attention to drums lately, but there ain't a whole lot you can do that I've seen that's going to improve over this one.
no. Oh, they have frame snares. They're available now, but nobody's putting them on at the factory. You have to go to a place called Rhythm Tech.
Oh, you get
$14.
It's a special deal, and they have to change. They have to change the. Oh, they don't. Well, they don't need to change that because
You don't have
that's
to
real.
actually. If I could just see the underneath of it, it's all pre-adjusted. Everything. It's aluminum. Snares are already. All you have to do is put the snare cord on. It's foolproof. You aren't going to choke it. They aren't going to buzz.
See, when the Dynasonic, the snare bed itself in the shell is different than the power tone.
Yeah, it probably has none.
Huh? No, there's some in it. It's not as much as a power tone. It's deeper than the Dynasonic because of the frame, but it does have a slight one in it. And that was kind of a trick for the spinning this one.
These new frame snares have
They have none.
no adjuster or tension.
I suppose that could be good, bad, or indifferent. I don't know.
Yeah, depending on who's cranking them tight and stretching them out.
Yeah.
Kids, you know. No,
I don't know if this one's adjusted right. I just took it apart and cleaned it and just put it back together where it felt good to me. It's been Christ 30 years since I had that thing out.
That's pretty much what I specialize in, is tuning them, not clean them. Clean them all. Tear them all the way down every screw. Put a half a drop of oil on all the lug screws.
Yeah, I probably should have done that when I had it apart.
Oil? Especially in aluminum.
Yeah, I didn't. I'm not going to put it back out in the garage now. I got it in here. I'll tear that apart one of these days and clean that, and then I'm going to set it up someplace on the wall or something.
That's what I was thinking.
You know, it
Like the little bats, but it looks neat.
Kind of goes with the football stuff anyway, you know, and the drummer, you know.
Marching drums stick out away from the wall too far.
Yeah, well, I got a lot of stuff I haven't got out yet. I got boxes of football stuff. I've been going to state games since '49, and I've just got tons of stuff. I really don't have enough room to get everything out, but I'm just putting it out.
The guy brought me Vic Janowicz's autograph.
Yeah, I got it. I got
Out of
his.
blue.
I got all kinds of stuff like that I don't have out yet. But
yeah, give me right on for that one.
And then that's the newer version.
Let me see if that's the one I got.
This is the one I used in purchasing here because
Okay.
That's the one you got,
Yeah,
yeah.
I got this in West Virginia, a music store.
Well, what's something like this word now?
Oh,
I got inside this
in that
one, I got
shape?
something inside. See, that's been used because I used it in work. I really.
That's worth 75. This is probably 40. This is older.
Yeah, that's an older one.
This is more common. At least. Yeah, it's got marks in it. I'd say a good 40.
This is notes that I used. This Dick Siebert is a guy that came from CBS. He ran the company in Dayton. And then Don Kennedy hired him. There's Ben Strauss and Joe. I don't know where Don went. He came to work when we were in Covington. This must be an addition or something. It popped out of the.
You don't have much on Kennedy yet.
I don't know where he's at now. I kind of lost touch with everybody. I imagine maybe even Ben Strauss may not be alive. I don't know. But he could be.
I'll look it up.
Don was a sharp guy. He helped develop the timpani drum that they made. With the pedal that you could adjust it.
Oh, yeah.
Depth and tone and everything. I don't think I've got anything on that anyplace. I might have someplace, but it's all I found so far.
Who designed the Dynasonic, Joe or Don?
Joe? Well, that was done long before Don Kennedy went there.
I mean Don Martin. He didn't design the Dynasonic?
No. Don Martin was a machinist for Joe. He probably done the machining and probably made an original frame. I don't know where the hell it was at BRB, but
It's kind of what my dad did for a living, made original parts.
Yeah.
He made the 426 Hemi engine mounts, aircraft parts in World War II, original stuff.
But Don Martin went to California. Have you talked to Don?
Not yet.
Is he back here or is he in California?
Ted Hartley told me he's just about due for a trip back. He said he comes back about once every 3 years. I'll get back.
Don could probably give you a lot of information because he was with him from the start when he was a kid, if I remember right.
When he's in high school, he helped build the building.
Yeah.
They don't have much yet, but I guess his sister's just loaded down with pictures. She said she's got a whole box full of stuff to dig out. I don't have any pictures of the outside of the factory.
Oh, don't you?
I got a few of the inside.
I got
see them?
Yeah, I've got some, but I like to say I haven't got it. I didn't get into that, and as I do, I get your name and address and everything. I can get the stuff to you. What's this here? Is this another?
That's just a copy of the not so modern drummer. It's a vintage. What is it? It's the newest one I got. Now, I did have one.
You took pictures of Jerry's here?
Yeah.
Okay, well, he's played his, it looks like. Oh, you took it all apart, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because the vintage drum guys and, music professors in the colleges.
Is this Jerry here?
Yeah, that's his Wildwood set.
That's Jerry Shields?
Yeah.
God, he's changed.
Well, that's...
Wait a minute.
Okay, you're going to see him again when he was younger.
Guess we've all gotten bigger. Jerry's not very tall. Yeah, that's the Wildwoods. Those went over first, and then after a while we couldn't get rid of them too. I had a set of those things too, and I got rid of those. Helen Thompson.
I'm going to retake this. Retake that.
Is that at the north of
The Highland.
north of Covington? Yeah, there's Jerry right there.
It's just negatives.
And there's Ted Hartley. Don't recognize this guy.
I wish, that's the guy. I don't know who it is.
There's Jerry. There's I think her name right in there.
I'll tell you in a second.
this guy's name? That's Hartley there, isn't it?
Jesse Hill and Eileen Hartley.
Okay.
Hartley.
Yeah, husband and wife there. Can't recognize this guy.
That's her dad.
That's who's dad?
Eileen Hartley.
Eileen Hartley's dad? Okay.
Name is,
oh, you got them all on there, Paul. Eileen. Jerry Shields, Bill Nicholas. I'll be darned.
Ted Hartley had these 4 in like 8 by 10. And now he got a little discoloration. I had them photoed. I didn't want to. I sent them out of town. They wouldn't insure them, and I scared to death. He said it's the only picture he had. It was father-in-law. So I had photo negatives made and reduced them, and had extras and gave them back to him. With the, a couple extras to boot there.
Yeah, they're just working on the frames there.
Filing the burrs off, I guess.
Yep. I'll be darned. How long you got?
Yeah, so far. I took some. Yeah, those are the ones I took. They didn't. My camera says you got to be back 4 feet, and then I got another camera for close-ups for 1.7 feet. All it did was make the field of view bigger. It really didn't appear to get me in close enough to. Now I'm going to stop in Sydney and have this copy.
Flew the phone, what, this morning?
Well, whenever I get through Sydney, I'm going to have them scan that.
Who do you have do that? You mean like just on a copy machine?
Oh, no. Piece of paper. What's that? No, I have I had to Swifty print or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't been there yet. No, I have all my notes written somewhere, and it's gone. I must have set it in the car. No, I got loads of paper.
Oh.
It's not what I need to write, it's what I already wrote.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, you want to know the name of the place I'm going to have to do this.
The Swifty print, I know that.
I think that's the name of it. Because this is a picture was taken in a Covington classroom, and I thought that was neat.
Oh, yeah.
Check this
So
out.
what's the big, oh, that's rare, I bet.
Oh, that's
just
just,
put that up, man.
That's just a year or 2 old.
Oh, is
I
it?
got a subscription to it.
Huh, I wouldn't mind getting one of them myself. I wonder if it's still available.
It's new. They've only been making printing that.
But can you get this copy?
Oh yeah, no problem.
Where do you send you? Is
I
it
suppose.
in here?
I'm sure you can.
I bet you could too.
Yeah, I know you can. They got an ad in there for back issues.
Oh,
Heck,
yeah?
Just,
I'll take that.
yeah. Well, here's the latest one. Oh heck yes. Here it is, back issues.
Okay.
I'll write it down for you. Go ahead and look.
Here, just put it on that piece of paper. I'm going to get those guys' names and everything for you too. I got their card someplace.
Some tore off a piece here.
Go ahead.
Listen to you. It's interesting. I never buy or sell anything through there or anything, but I can hardly afford, or have the room for all the drums I like to have.
You mean you can get, this has been a bit, you get 4 years of those things for
The first 5
3 years for $10.95 plus shipping?
Well, it's only every other month, the issues.
Every other month.
And they are black and white the first 3 years.
That would be this one. Well,
That's the 7th year.
This is a color here.
What year is that?
It's 95, March, April 95. But it's one issue is what you get for $10.95, is that right?
6.
6 of them? Jesus Christ, that's a good deal.
Well, I don't. This guy's just losing money on this because he spends $1.52 shipping it to you. This subscription's only $30 a year, $25. How he does it? I don't.
I'd like to get this just because of these two guys and Rogers.
I didn't even know I had that. I started going to.
Yeah, I'll send for that. Monday. I think I should be able. Is there a phone number there?
Oh yeah, they got that. That's the way to do it. Credit card and a phone number. Bang, he'll have it right to you.
Yeah.
65860.
This is a Ludwig here.
This guy collects the engraved Black Beauties. The guy that collects this. Ludwig's. And I think you. Well, give me the date of that.
This one here is March and April '95.
March/April. Now they don't say a whole lot. Nowhere, no article in ever published did they say much
About Rogers.
No, there are no big articles. They're all small.
I wonder why.
I've seen 2 or 3, and that's it. Information isn't out there. That's why I'm here. People just, it's gone and hard to scare up.
I'll be there. Well, I'll keep looking around my place here because I know I got a bunch of pictures. I got pictures of the fire we had when the Pearl Room caught on fire. I hope I didn't get rid of them. I don't think I did.
No, probably not.
And I just got tons of pictures stuck all over the place.
The guys like the guy that publishes this, he'd be drooling over something like that.
Probably still are the negatives too.
Need their mailing address? Probably.
Yeah, might as well put it
Well, this
down
guy's
there.
name's John Aldridge.
Well, these guys are looking for drums and selling drums and everything else, huh?
Yeah, that's one magazine you're going to pick up. There's more things wanted than for sale.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Because he wants such oddball stuff.
Boy, I had another drum. I wonder if I still got that one. One of the first ones Joe made.
Be worth the photograph.
I think it was made by Joe. It was a rinky-dink looking thing. But I'm not sure what happened now. I might have gave it to one of my kids. And it's long gone, I'm sure. This is the kind of guy who collects the engraved ones. Like this.
Yeah, that's him there.
We never made anything like that I can remember.
Engraved metal? I don't remember.
I don't think even Buddy Rich and them guys never ordered anything like that.
$2.95. Postage. Oh, per book. Now I think you might want. Is this the 6? Asking if this could be in the 60-year question mark.
6th year? Oh, that'd be.
In the the 6-year set.
Okay.
He's got the first 3 years. That's black and white. I got that, and then they got the 4th year, the 5th year. No, the 6th year is the first one that's in color.
That would
That'd
be
that one. Yeah, that'd be. I think that's in the 6th year.
Well, with the March, April '95 issue, he'd give me the right one.
Volume 7, maybe it's 7th year.
Volume 7.
Tell me what volume 7, number 3.
Okay.
Underline that one, yeah, bold.
Well, what's this one here?
That's just the latest one.
Oh, that's the one. Can you buy this on the market? Or you have to subscribe to it.
No, nobody stocks it.
Subscription only.
Yeah. It's, that's the thickest one they ever had. They were nearly this thick. Not very many people collect drums.
Did you talk to Howers down in Dayton?
No, not yet, anyway.
Now, the only Howard I know real well is Don Howard. He's one boy had his own business with his mother. Now, she's, I think, passed away, I believe. In fact, well, she may be alive and the father's dead. But Don Hauer would be a good one to talk to.
Okay, the guy wrote me a letter. Says I also have 2 other sources for you to contact. You might visit Bill Hauer in the drum department of Hauer Music in Dayton. Bill actually has some shell molds and other miscellaneous items relating to the factory, including a rare prototype of Dynasonic.
I didn't know Bill.
I can also put you in touch with other Rogers enthusiasts in the area. The other is Lynn Bowman of Bowman Stack Service here in Covington. Lynn and his father worked for Rogers during the 60s. May be able to provide information.
Lynn Bowman, I remember the name. I can't put a face on it.
The guy that wrote this is named Jeff Herman.
Jeff Herman.
Yeah, 11 North Ludlow, Covington.
Don't recall him.
He took lessons from Don Kennedy.
Don Hauer, I would contact Don Hauer too, because I sold him a lot of stuff. When the factory went out of business, I stayed around for like 3 months and got rid of all the drums and machinery and everything else that was in the place. And Don bought a bunch of heads, and they had a bunch of heads in that fire that they got a little smoke damage, but a lot of them were perfect. They were all wrapped up, so maybe the top 2 or 3 weren't any good, but they didn't want to ship them to California. So I sold them all to the guys in Dayton that I knew. And got rid of all that stuff. Big ones, small ones, they had all sizes. And Don bought a bunch of it up, so Don would be a good one to talk to along with Bill.
Word. You don't know anything about the New Jersey factories, do you?
No, it came from New Jersey to Covington. See, Henry wanted Joe to move to New Jersey. And Joe says, I'll do it, but I'll work on a drum, but I'm going to do it in Covington, Ohio. I'm not going to do it out in the East. So that's why everything got moved to Covington versus where it originated at.
Farmingdale or Manchester or both, I think.
Yeah, I've never heard anybody knew anything about that out there, because it was moved here on Joe's request. If Henry wanted Joe to head it up, it was going to be done in Covington, Ohio. And if Joe had been alive when they moved to California, I doubt, but it went to California.
So they moved to Dayton and Dayton from 66 to 60, what, 8 or 9?
68. 69, right after the first of the year, they started closing them up. I'd say it was closed in early to mid 69.
In Dayton.
In Dayton, and that was all moved to California. In fact, I don't know. Let me think now. By God, it might have been the end of it might have been close to winter time, because
Late 69.
they called me up, and I hadn't went to work yet, and hired me back to close everything out. I'm pretty sure that was in 69, late 69. And I might have been working down there through 70 or early 70.
So in 69, you were making drums in 2 different places?
No, they were
Just
all
Dayton.
Dayton. Yeah.
Dayton. So they made
Yeah,
them
let me talk to my wife. She'll remember when I sold them.
You don't have a restroom down here, do you?
Yeah. So I'm going to guess it was mid to late 69 when they moved, and then I got back in there a few months after that to get rid of all the stuff that was left over, machinery, tools, whatever they didn't take to California. One thing she did remind me of, we had a birthday party for Joe Thompson, and it was probably 68 that we had that birthday party at Don Kennedy's house, which is the one past the cemetery, the light brick one that sets way back here on the right-hand side going north. I could show you which one. I think it's the middle one. There's 3 houses there, I think, fairly new houses. They were new then. That's been a long time. And anyway, Buddy Rich called while we were all at the party and wished Joe a happy birthday.
Oh, yeah.
Because Buddy Rich at that time was playing Rogers drums, as was Louis Belson and all the top drummers basically were. And he called Joe personally and talked to him that night, which was a lot of fun. We had a lot of great times there.
Yeah, I guess I was told he visited the plant.
Louis Belson was up there too. Of course, Roy Burns. They hired Roy as a
Salesman.
personified type, kind of
Clinics.
and done all the clinics and everything for him. Yeah, done a good job.
When did they make drums in Fullerton? 69 or 70?
I'm going to say probably 70.
Time they got Ross set up.
Uh-huh.
You don't know when they moved to Monrovia or Bakersfield or San Luis?
No,
It's Fullerton, as far as you know now.
Fullerton was the last I knew. But they moved it from Fullerton, you think?
Yeah, they moved to Monrovia, then to Bakersfield, then to San Luis, Mexico, then they moved up in Taiwan. From
Fullerton. See, the reason to move it was the fact that they had that big building of Fender, and they were only using half of it. So they said, "Hey, we'll put the warehouse and the drum company in the other half of the Fullerton plant." But they must be making guitars like crazy then, huh? Because that was a big facility.
When CBS bought out Fender, their quality dropped.
Well, see, they bought Fender before they bought Rogers, if I remember right.
Yeah, I think so, because Jerry said that that's why they did that Wildwood thing, to just match the guitars.
Yeah. See, they owned Fender, and then, because Joe wouldn't let them move from the plant from Covington to Dayton. He had a warehouse down there. I'm not moving.
Starting in 66, I think. 66 through 69.
69, yeah. I went to work right after CBS bought them.
Then from 66, 7, and 8, they were still making them in Covington, and then in 69 they started making them in Dayton. Needed more room or something.
Yeah. Oh,
the fire. What do you remember about the fire? The date more than anything, because I can't find anything in the newspapers. Can't find anything.
I'm going to say that was in 68, and it was in the summertime. I know it was warm weather because Harold Stein was the plant manager and I was the assistant. And I think we just got back from lunch or something. Somebody said there was a fire.
So on second shift,
Huh?
here's what I've got. It was caused by a heating iron and a pearl in fall or winter of 67 on second shift.
I don't think it was a second shift. But it might have been.
Now, that may not be right.
Well, I know we had the truck there, the stake bed truck that caught fire, and I remember Harold got the fire extinguisher, jumped up on the truck, put the fire out on the truck. And for some reason, I was thinking they pulled the truck away from the building, but that could have been another fire we had. It may have been just the truck that was on fire, man. But I was thinking it was related to the vault where the pearl was stored.
With Don Martin. They're both holding the same hose, pointing through the window. They didn't want to get close there. Afraid to.
Yeah, because you know what, that's highly flammable.
It goes up like gunpowder.
Well, you use acetone to put it on with, to seal it, wrap it around it.
Liquid
Take
dynamite.
a drop of acetone. They got wood.
Melts it together.
They bevel it a little bit, and then they just melted it right together.
I got acetone at home.
Just like that.
Breaks it loose too.
Yeah.
It's wicked stuff.
Yeah.
It says right. I keep it outside.
I think you might be right on that. It might have been on the second shift.
It's probably not 67.
I would guess 68.
68.
I would guess 68.
I got
Don Martin will be able to. Don Martin's dead. Is he still alive or is he dead? There's a Martin. And Don's, I can't remember
And I give you all the Martins I got.
his first name. Wes is his first name. Wes Martin.
Ooh, never heard that name. I've heard Esther and George and Helen and...
George Martin. It was Wes something else. George Martin was his dad. He's not alive.
Don't know.
He was a big fisherman. Had made fishing baits and everything.
Did he work? He worked at the plant.
Worked at the plant. Yeah, he was a foreman.
That would be, the jobs. I haven't got those figured out yet. What's the difference between a supervisor and a foreman at that time? Foreman was over all the supervisors?
Well, Dan Davis was a foreman, and then, and as was, there was a gal there that was a foreman too over the assembly department. Dan was over them. God, I can't think of her name right now. Super nice person. Let's see, you got the names listed there?
I've got 55 employees listed here.
Let me see what you got there.
There they are, right in order.
Did Dan talk to you much at all? Hell,
No.
He was, huh?
I haven't got back with him.
Where's he living now?
Jackson Center?
Oh, yeah, Jackson Center. Huh. I haven't seen him for years. Joyce Bayshore. She went to California. She was over the assembly department.
She's supervisor over the...
Yeah, the final assembly and everything. She put all the hits and stuff down. Syphilis, I don't remember that guy. I want to bring this back in. She was black. She was, oh, she's dead, huh? Oh, Ashman.
I talked to Sam Collette in Llewellyn Minnick last week there.
Sam Collette, I don't recall him.
He drove holes for lugs.
Bill Davids, he was in California. Dan
He went
Davis.
to-
Mary Kay is dead. Mary Kay's deceased. You know
It is
that
his
in
wife.
there for you?
Yeah.
Was.
Yeah.
They were divorced.
Oh.
She just died a little over a year ago.
You don't know the blind man's name, do you? Guy that mixed the mud for the expansion building there?
No, I don't. Doug Diltz. There was a Mary Diltz that worked there.
Mary?
A Mary Diltz.
Right there,
And there was, she had a sister. What the hell was her name?
Joe Whiteneck's wife's still around.
Is she?
Yep. I called some, answered the phone after a few rings, said she's in the hospital getting her toe cut off, get back in a couple of weeks, she'd be glad to talk to you.
Oh.
So that'd be nice. Well, I called Joe Bosserman, somebody I didn't even know at the hardware store, Covington, said to get a hold of him and Ned Brees, they're historians. Brees, I couldn't get a hold of him, but
Yeah, I
Bosserman
didn't
finally...
know them guys. Mr. Martin. George, yeah, George is Don's dad. And Helen was his mother.
Now, this I am redoing. I had it done back here, and I have notes that I haven't put on here yet.
Let me write in here, Don's mom.
Yeah. I might have that written.
If you see those two, tell them I said hello.
Which two? Oh.
Don and George, and and even Helen.
Okay.
Harold Stein's deceased. Both are Shears.
Ben Strauss, probably.
Both are Shears. Ben Strauss, he could be alive. I don't
Him and
know.
Grossman come down once a month to look at the books or something.
They come down, yeah. Always. Henry never showed up that much, but Ben was always down there. Dick Zindorf, he was Joe Whiteneck.
That's the same thing with kind of more information that I haven't transferred over yet. Haven't been
Yeah.
Wildwood set was hard to match because of all the oranges and greens.
Yeah, you get some real pretty ones, and you get some just uglier than shit. They just didn't look good at all. You couldn't tell what you're going to get till you got them in. You had to, buy a whole bunch of it. To do anything. Yeah, I don't see this other guy. I can't think of her name right now. I can picture her face. But, where the hell did I see that dilts at?
Doug?
Yeah, there's Doug and the Mary dilts. I'll just put down here right underneath that if you don't mind. You can change it. There's a Mary dilt. She was working in December 2-4. This guy.
What do I have to say about her?
Cut bearing edges, moved to California.
When was she a supervisor?
When
Covington and
Covington and Dayton both.
And Fullerton, all three.
I would say Fullerton too. Yeah.
All three plants.
She was a super gal. I don't know. I may have a list of employees someplace too. I don't know.
Did you guys have any banquets or anything like that?
We used to have.
Nobody took any pictures?
We used to have in the summertime. They have a big get together, like a
Picnic
partners
thing.
picnic. Everybody brings some food down. I remember going to one or two.
But those pictures are gone.
And I don't know whether I got any pictures or not. I've got so many pictures of so many different things. I got them stuck in boxes in the garage and in here. And
You just screamed if you saw my picture collection. Albums this thick, chronological
Oh, yeah.
in a row like that.
Well, I'm trying to sort out
Just
now
family.
stuff like this.
Takes a long time.
And racing, I'm into automobile racing. Football, I go to all the games on my way for the Buckeyes, and we go to 4 or 5 Indy races a year. And to try to keep it all separated, it's going to be a good job for me when I retire, if I ever do.
I go to one drag race a year, and I go to all the St. Mary's football games. And some of the other schools. Anybody plays on a Saturday, I'll go.
I'll have to think of some of these people that work there.
Oh, if you need any help going through the pictures, it is a big
Oh, yeah, I find them. I'll give you a holler. Have you got your card or anything, Dave? If I can get a hold of
in the bottom of the...
What else you got in here? Anything else? Don Martin. What you got on him?
This looks a little more big time than what I am, because it's anybody asks for your number,
Yeah,
it's easy,
right.
and they're really pretty cheap. I think there's another page or something. I need to very definitely get a hold of him. But Ted said he'd let me know if he's coming to town.
Mm-hmm.
This would be a lot better.
And you're going to have this all, you're going to have a book on this? Or
Yeah, it's going to look something like this.
that? Oh, okay. Complete history of Leedy. Well, that's interesting.
Now, the first one was done in 1991. It was Ludwig.
And
That's the second one was done in 92 or 3 by a guy up in Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
Now, just this year, somebody put out Gretsch, History of the Gretsch. So that leaves Rogers and Slingerland. I can guarantee you nobody's going to put out a book on Rogers. Slingerland, you can count on it. I don't know if you're going to do it or when, but it won't be too long.
It won't be too long.
There's just a boatload of information on Slingerland out there.
Purdue marching band. I've seen that drum many times. They claim it's the largest. Texas claims they got the largest. I really
Purdue
don't
drum's
know.
an ancient one.
Yeah, and I don't remember which one really is the biggest.
Pictures out of catalogs I'd rather not do because that makes me look like everybody else. That's all it. A lot of the photographs they take, you know,
I'm
it's
sure
just
that's
out of catalog.
I'm sure that's the same thing that's in these or theirs, you know.
Yeah, that's what they're using. All this stuff. Yeah, let's get up to
If you needed to fill in, you could put a few of them in there, I guess. But
Oh yeah, they're doing stuff like this.
yeah. Now see that
That's
that
not-
Mardi Gras finishes. I've never seen it in a catalog. In fact, I had to order that special. We didn't build too many of them with the Mardi Gras. It was real pretty.
You got it from Ludwig. They used it.
Huh? Well, I bought it from Germany. That's where I got it from. That's where all the stuff came from overseas.
This has got a lot of catalog stuff in it. Here's the explanation of why they're trying to explain why chrome plating costs more than nickel. Twice as many steps.
Well, if you do it right, it is, yeah. But nickel's quick. See, they brought that bright nickel out in the late 50s, early 60s, and the guy in Pickway developed that.
Bright nickel.
Bright nickel. He got a patent with General Motors on that damn thing for years and years and years. Plating company was right. Well, they done all our plating to Pickwick. Miami Metal Finishers. Both guys are dead now that owned it. In fact, it's owned now, but it was owned by a friend of mine in Springfield. What's the name of his place now? I'm going to dig all that stuff up for you, because just off the top of my head right now, the names are leaving me.
The museums and the libraries.
Nothing, huh?
Covington Museum has absolutely nothing.
Nothing on Roger. That's unbelievable.
Not one drum, not one stick, not
It
one
was their
picture.
biggest business was at Rogers Trump, really. Other than that plastic place.
Library
that was
has
there.
nothing. Pickle library,
How about the guy that had a music store? He did too.
Yeah, oh yeah. His brother's wife's alive. I'll talk to her. She's got some years.
She might have some stuff. Be the only one I can. I can't think of their name right now.
Etter.
Etter.
Biddy Etter.
Yeah, Biddy Etter.
His brother
Yeah.
Bob.
Yeah, they and Joe were
Their
good
wives are the
friends.
same, had the same first name.
And I don't think Joe had any kids, did he?
No kids.
Don't remember
one
any.
brother.
And I wonder what happened to all that stuff. Who owns the house now? Is it still there?
Jerry Shields said he was, oh yeah, and the old factory, the original shop.
Yeah.
It's all set.
Anything in it? See, there was a door company moved in that.
What I call the new factory. You know, had his house and he had the...
Yeah, the little one there. Yeah, that's still there. But the new factory was taken over by, what was that? Some door company. They made door openers there right after we left.
Yeah, there's somebody in there now.
Stanley took it over, but I don't know who's in it now. I haven't been up there since I moved out of there. Since we moved out there, and that was 69.
Somebody told me, look over the hill,
68.
start digging. You come up with more...
Oh, on the back
casings
hill? I bet
and
you would, because Joe used to throw everything down over that hill.
Oxidation,
We throwed a lot
no.
of stuff. We throwed a lot of stuff down there. I mean, tools and things like that. Hard City screwed around with probably all went down over there. That's right, they throwed a ton of stuff right back in the new building. Down over the back there.
You got the road, the factory, then the hill down the backside.
The backside hill, there was a lot of stuff thrown down over there. Anything Joe didn't want or we didn't want, that's where they pitched it.
Something was screwed up.
Yeah. That's right, I forgot about that.
All the old bread and butter lugs probably went over there. Things like that. Now it'd be worth digging up.
But I don't know is somebody living in that house now?
Oh yeah,
Is it?
yeah.
So, I doubt there's anything in there that you could even get now left.
But the old, yeah. Right.
I can't think of anybody else name-wise right now, but I'll look through some other stuff. I got some files here and there and every place. I got 3 sets of files out there. I got 1 or 2 in here, and I'll go through those. I'm going through stuff. I'll want something to do, and I'll spend 4 or 5 hours or 6 hours weekends doing
Get in one area.
I'll find different things. And as I find stuff, I'll give you a holler.
I can see some photographs I'd like to take out of this. And I don't know if I'd...
I can get some copies of that and run it to shop. We got a damn good copy machine.
Well, this is all black and white, so that'd be no problem.
Yeah.
The color I'd like to have in color. This stuff here's all black and white anyway. So that'd be
I can run that whole book if you want.
well, be great, because you're never sure exactly what you want to pick out. It could be some of the darndest things.
Well, see, that's got Don and who's the guy in the middle? Is that
Red
Secret? Who?
Red Floyd.
Oh,
We're up over here. This is great here. Now my sister, she's talked to Belson a few times.
we went to Chicago to a big show up there, and they had the best area to have the show. They were downstairs in this hotel. And as you walk in these doors, we were clear to back in, but they had the whole back end of the place. Louis Belson had his drum set right up on the middle of the stand, and that place was just jam-packed. He played.
He's still a good drummer.
Oh, yeah. I don't think he plays much anymore, does he?
Yeah,
Does he?
yeah, all the time.
How about Roy Burns? What's he doing now? See, when he went to work for us,
He owns Drumhead Company, the best one. Aquarian Heads.
Huh?
Aquarian Heads.
Have you got his address? Phone
I
number?
saw it in an ad. It's right in here. Roy Burns' picture. I didn't even know. I was just, looking at it. There's a drumhead company called Aquarium. They make the best heads.
He's better than Remo now.
Oh, Remo's worst head. Yeah.
Is that right? See, they were the best. For when he was good.
Nobody buys that junk except for the stools.
Ha.
Yeah, Remo.
Sure. Robert Burns, that's him.
Is it? I don't know. I just saw that yesterday, and I thought, oh, wait a minute, that guy worked for Rogers. Well, I can guarantee you want to buy a drum head, you make sure it's an Aquarian. They sound great.
He tried his damnedest to get me out in California. They just wouldn't meet my price.
Their heads don't pull out. You can crank them down until your wrist break. You can't pull them out of the hoop. They lock them in right here. They show how they do it. Instead of, there's a way Remo does them, right? An Aquarian has a channel that goes down. The glue locks itself in. The resin, not only up here, but down here too.
Yeah.
It looks something like that. I have a Ludwig Super Sensitive 6.5 by 14, and I have one of their resonant heads. A little thin one, supposed to be a snare side head. I got it on the top, and I got her cranked with 10 lugs. And it sounds great. It's sensitive. It won't last long, but boy.
Now this is where I want to call for this thing, right?
Yeah.
John Aldridge is the guy. Okay.
He'll probably pick it. Especially if you call him 10, 11 in the morning. Most of those guys don't open up.
I'm going to call Roy Monday. Where's he located? And Jesus Christ. I go out there every fucking year. January.
Yeah.
Right?
He's right there and you didn't know it.
Yeah.
Of course, there's probably 1 million people living in there, right?
Yeah, but that's...
You couldn't be more than a mile or two away.
We buy Amada machinery all the time, and they always fly us out there every January or whenever we want to go. We always go in January. And I was just out there in January this year. That ain't the dribbling shits.
There he is.
Owner, huh?
Well, I'm sure he's doing well.
Oh, I'm sure he is too.
He's got your rock and roll guys, your professionals, they only buy 2 heads. It's an Aquarian or an Evans, basically. Did Rogers ever have any company colors?
Company colors?
Yeah, red, blue, and white. Okay.
Not that I can recall. So Roy's got his own head company. That doesn't surprise me.
Who made the Rogers sticks? For the most part.
Someplace it was either New England states or North Carolina. They're all hickory. I look through some old cards. I got a desk thing for my phones, and I got a lot of old numbers. I bought the Pearl and the sticks and all that shit from.
Yeah, I have a list of questions here. It's off the wall stuff like who made their shells and where, and who made the rims.
The shells came out of, let me think, out of southern Indiana, whatever the name of it. Some of them there and then some of them on the East Coast.
Jasper
shells. Jasper, Indiana. Pretty sure that's right. North Tustin.
Keller? Did you use any Keller shells?
Yeah, Kellers came out of the east, I think. Is where the Kellers were made. Keller and Jasper. And if I remember right, at the end, the Kellers were better than the Jaspers. Or one or the other was better. I'm trying to remember which was the best now.
Keller's still in business. Jasper's not. I thought Jasper was, I don't know.
Jasper, when I started, was the big one, but I think Keller came in there and got in there with a little more modern techniques in that, and toward the end, I think was making a better shell.
Bias cut and staggered plies and all that stuff.
Yeah. And I'm sure that was because of ingenuity and engineering development and everything. Tuscan Avenue, Anaheim.
So you don't remember Lynn Bowman, huh? Or his dad?
Yeah.
Carl? Is it Carl?
I think it was Carl.
Bookkeeper? Was he, what did he do there? Bookkeeper? No?
No, I don't remember him keeping books. I can't remember what either one of them done. There was, when I worked in the office, there's two girls, Dorothy, some guy, he worked in the shop and she worked in the office. I can't think of her last name now.
I got it right here.
I'd like to run a copy of that too. Where are you going from here?
Sydney, Covington.
I'm going to Sydney. How about follow me in, I'll run a copy of this.
No problem. We go to the same place.
Huh?
Oh.
I'm going to the shop and I
Okay.
can run this here, and
No
if
problem.
you want some of this stuff, I can run it while I'm in there.
Yeah, that'd probably take a while.
Well,
a scanner?
no.
Just have to turn the pages.
Turn the pages. I just open it up and it does the whole thing.
Yeah, no problem.
I'd like to get a copy of this thing here.
That's all I need for
He makes all sizes, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Well, what do they run a piece? Of course, I'd
Well,
love
they're the highest price, but
Well, I'm
they're
sure
worth
they
it.
are, but
They're worth it. He has every thickness. My boy, we just replaced, cost over $300 to replace all my boys' heads, top and bottom,
Jesus.
for all the drums, which is,
Who sells for any big?
we mail order. We call
You get
guy
right
in
from
Pennsylvania.
Oh, in Pennsylvania?
Yeah, well, we get them from Waddell's Drum Center in Leechburg, Pennsylvania. The ones my boys got now, we're putting them on now. I'm refinishing this whole set. We're putting accordions on. They have a power dot in the center, to take the beating. It's a Kevlar. You're familiar with that. Then you got the Mylar head. Then you have another thin ring, 2 rings of Mylar. It's semi-overlap and knocks all the overtones out. He had Remo muffles. It's a thing that sets over the bearing edge. It's kind of like a dish, and setting in a tray, there's a piece of foam rubber. And that enables us to do away with that, and we can make full use of that bearing edge instead of covering with this plastic dish.
This guy you ought to talk to, even if it's on the telephone or something. I'll definitely see him next January.
And the weight, look at, see the heads are always preformed, like Remos and stuff? His art. They look like something some kid invented. Oh, look at this, man, and you don't even look like, but...
Is this the drum head he makes?
Yeah. You see, it is oversized. Remos, they'll scratch the show. You got to push them down. If you get something warped, a 16th, you're screwed.
Yeah, that one there, it's tight in here. I don't know whether I get that. Does that look like it's tightened right, or I just tightened it up?
Oh. One quick way is just to spin it around and see if the rim's sticking up the same distance. Yeah? Looks good.
I was going to tell you something.
Oh, it's just pulled down a little much here.
Always, this was at Rogers. I always carried one of these with Joe and Don Kennedy and Ben Strauss. You were out someplace eating or drinking, and you didn't produce a drum key off of your body. You bought the next round of drinks. Tighten it up or adjust that for me if you would. That's something that I don't know whether you've ever heard that or not, but that's what the guys at Rogers always determined. Let's see.
Bottom of the... That's just one quick... Ooh, we're way down over.
I see that now. Yeah, I didn't even look at that. See, it's been so long since I screwed with it, I forgot it.
Might be had to break this one up instead of the rest of it.
I don't know whether she remembers Roy or not. I doubt if she does. I'll have to call him time and send me a snare drum and a 13-inch snare and a head for that drum there. In time I got the drum, I need a pair of good heads. I understand he makes about
Everything. Oh, he makes a head you don't even need the tune control.
Oh, yeah?
Probably.
Because that's the only drum I got, period.
Oh, boy. They have a thing called moon gel. It's kind of like putty. You just throw it down under and that'll kill it too. But you can do it just with the head. See what happens when I put my thumb? And if you do this, you just kind of imagine, just lightly. You get too muffled from nothing on the back side here. Just lightly. Sounds great now. And you can go to Noble and Cooley for $2 and get a strip of Mylar this wide, and it lays perfectly flat. It doesn't bounce off. You just lay it down. It just lays down the final inch here, and it'll knock it all out. All that ringing. A lot of drums.
They've really improved things in a whole lot in the last.
The muffling, yeah, you don't have to be putting a bunch of tape and sticking junk on them. You don't have to do that anymore.
How long have you been in business?
I don't know.
Because I really liked Roy. He and I were pretty good friends. But I think he worked there last year. We was there a year and a half maybe. I always wanted him. I told him we were going out east. I wanted him to teach me how to play one thing on a set of drums. So I could go in a bar someplace and, just run something through and then get out of there before they find out I'm a I
Yeah.
couldn't play drums, and he says, hell, by the time I taught you that, you'd know how to play drums. He said, you ain't gonna learn that overnight.
Takes a lot of stick control, and that takes a long
we
time.
We had a guy work for us, I can't think of his name right now. He was a know-it-all, and he was always giving Roy a bad time. I wish I could think of the exact services, but Roy shut him up one day. He said, he said, I can learn your job in 30 days. But you ain't never gonna learn my job.
Never, yeah.
Never, he said. And the guy never gave him a bad time after that.
Let's see if I got let's just want to see if I have any keys with me. I meant to bring one to show Jerry, because he was telling me about one that Joe invented. Yeah, there it is. Joe, well, I think this is for individual adjustable snares.
Was that one Joe done?
No, but Jerry said that he took a piece of metal and soldered it on so that they could spin them on a little quicker.
Oh.
I said, oh, they've updated that.
Yeah. I'll be damned.
I don't like them. If I worked in a factory, I still wouldn't use it. I use the
like this?
I'd use the electric screwdriver.
But who makes this one?
I don't know.
I've got some gold ones here too, someplace. I had gold plated. But, and I'm going to have to look those up now.
Here's how I do it. If it's a marching drum and I'm doing it for the school and they got 12 lugs, that's a lot of them, and they're long, and there's a lot of travel before you make contact. Of course, you start the first couple threads by hand. I take a cordless drill, and there's a socket you can buy now for a couple bucks, and it's got a plastic socket, square. I'll run them down just about till they touch. Yeah, that's a lot of cranking. So,
Oh, yeah.
Then, I'll make sure the head, I'll get it to where they just touch. Then I'll square the head up on the shell, then go around and bring her down by hand. I would never use something like this and tear the dang threads up.
Wobble, you get a guy on that.
If I worked in a factory, I might be tempted, because, but not for my stuff. Yeah, this is...
you remember that if you're out with, or you talk to any of the, like Ben Strauss, if he'd happen to be alive, or Don Kennedy.
You're buying.
Where's your key? And you don't have my drinks are on you, because he'll remember those two guys will. Because I used to put one in every damn sport coat I had, and every pair of pants I had, make sure I never left his house without one. Okay,
Once in a while I do, and
it's just something that, there was, I don't imagine it's that way with every drum company, but that was a little thing that these guys got going when we were all out or something, someplace.
I hate traveling without one, because, one time I went over to
I got, last night I got that out, and I'm going to clean it up a little bit, so. What the hell I do with my drum case? I found one in there.
It sounds good for the original heads. Jerry sounded like crap.
Yeah, well, that's never been played a little bit.
His is stretched and dirty.
But that's been wrapped in a plastic bag for 25 years. I never got out of the bag. I moved from where we were at before into here, and last I saw it, I wasn't sure where I had it. I still haven't found my bongos. And I got to get a set of heads for my amp.
Adjustable?
They're skin heads.
Tacked? Are they tacked on, or?
No, they got two rings that you run down through, and then you tighten them up that way.
Okay, good ones.
Yeah, but I don't know where they're at. I know I kept them, because that's the only thing I kept out of that set was the bongos. And I saw them a year or so ago, but I'll find them. Then I'll have to get me a set of heads someplace.
Yeah, you can get bongo heads.
Can you?
Calf skin.
Yeah, that's what these were, calf skin.
If you want, yeah.
You wet them down, put them on, if I remember right.
I don't know if you have to do that, the new ones or not.
I mean, maybe not the new ones, but the ones we did, you did, and then they trimmed them off and put them on. I'm not sure I can remember how to do that.
Yeah, I read something on that recently.
Yeah.
Gee, what a hassle. You can buy calf skin heads. I get $37.50 is the cheapest. I found a 14-inch snare.
Jesus. Oh, these
That's
are
the cheapest.
6 and
6 or 8.
6 or 8, 6 and 8. There's two different sizes.
My boy's got the 7 ones. So practice with them.
Well, I will go through my stuff. I'm going to be cleaning up in here tomorrow, and a little bit out there tomorrow. I may run into some stuff.
Yeah, if you want a chrome Dynasonic, you shouldn't have any problem finding one.
Well, I've sold several of those. to people when I was at the drum company. And I don't know anybody. I've sold some wood ones too to people, but I don't remember who's got them or anything now. I wish I knew where my set went, because I'd try to buy that thing back.
Well, right after I talked to you on the phone, it wasn't an hour or two later, a guy calls from, I scribbled it down in here somewhere. He said that he bought a set of drums from you, but it was, when you were working at Covington.
He run bulldozer. That's
Yeah.
the guy that called me about you.
Yeah, and he said it was asked you if it was all right if he gave me your name and number. And
Yeah.
I had already,
Yeah.
I had just called you. I told him, I just talked to him 2 hours ago. Here it is, probably.
I think of his name right now. He lives in Jackson Center, or did. Okay, his own bulldozer service.
Yeah, that's what he's, Scott Seidel,
Scott Seidel, right.
Ann, Ohio.
Okay, he's at Anna now, huh?
Has a red sparkle set that I can photograph, and that's a monster.
Yeah, it's a big set. He got a bunch of stuff. In fact, I'm thinking he had twin toms too.
Yeah, 2 floor toms, 2 basses, and some other tom. He said to say hi to you.
Yeah.
I wrote that down.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
I did
Scott
that.
Seidel, yeah. And, you got Jerry Shields' address there?
Sure. I gave him a Dynasonic to hold while I took this.
Oh, did you?
He didn't say anything about it, but he offered to loan it to me. I thought, well, I don't need to loan. I'll take the pictures and I'm done. And they didn't come out. Then I got to closer up the camera and they didn't come out. And finally, I said, hey, I brought this Dynasonic for you to hold because I feel. Oh, it's not down there. It's I didn't have time to reorganize this.
Well, how long do you think it'll be? You got a
Long way to go.
long way to go yet, ain't you, before you even
I just
get
got started the 5th. Yeah. Jerry Shields, you need what address or phone number?
address both?
Covington 45318 zip. He's the last one to leave Dayton? Or
No,
one of
I
the
was the last one.
The last guy to do it.
Okay. Yeah, I was the last one. I was down there all by myself for 3 months. I called in California every day at 4 o'clock to report where we were at. Called out there. In fact, the last day I was there, I called out there and I said, I know what I had left. I said, well, I got a safe and a drill press. And something else that wasn't worth anything.
Not your time is sitting around waiting.
And the guy says, a safe? Where in the hell did you come up with a safe at? And I said, don't get excited, because he went, where in the hell am I going to sell a safe in a day? You know? I said, it's a small safe that fits in a desk drawer for valuable papers. And I said, I'll make you an offer for that, and I'll make you an offer for the drill press. I had 3 drill presses, and I said, I sold 2 of them. This one won't run, but I can put a new motor on it. I'll have a drill press. He said, make me an offer. I said, I'll give you $75 for both of them. Sold.
Oh, yeah. Get rid of it for sure.
I switched the wires around in the motor. When I got home, I found out that it was you could run off a 220 single phase or a 110, and all I had to do was turn 2 wires around and I had a perfectly good drill press. So I didn't know that at the time, because the guy that bought all 3 of them brought the one back and said, this won't work. Okay, no problem. And, so I made a good buy there. Still got both of them.
Did you go to Joe's funeral?
Yeah, everybody went to Joe's funeral. I think. Wait a minute. Let me think on that. When was that?
That's key. 68 sometime. I was out to the library.
Yeah,
I think we're going through the
yeah.
microfilm. I couldn't
Yeah,
find anything.
we all went to that. Because,
I guess everybody knew what it was.
yeah, I'm trying to think when the hell he's buried. He's buried up there.
Highland.
Yeah. Yeah.
They couldn't
yeah,
even
I was
put
there,
up a
but
lot
I
of
don't,
people that
I don't
came.
think I got anything on that funeral. I don't think I
Just
got
narrow it down to
card,
within a
or I
month.
don't think I got anything on it. But I was at the funeral because we all went in for
Is Bill Ludwig there? Bud Slingerland? Any of those guys?
Don't remember. I was never introduced to those guys anyway. Don was there. Seifert was there. Harold Stein. Most everybody from down Dayton was up there. Well, not the whole shop, I don't, but everybody was, management was there, I'm sure.
You don't know where he was born and raised or anything?
Joe Thompson? No.
Now, this guy that I called the historian, he says, "Oh, I won't be able to help you. I'm just into genealogy." And we got just talking for a few minutes,
Mm-hmm.
Why make a 3-minute call and not talk for a couple of minutes?
Yeah.
He said, "Oh, wait a minute. I could put together something real in 2 seconds on Joe Thompson." Well, great. Because he had it all right there. All you had to do is hit a button. Well, that'll be great.
I first met Joe Thompson when I was a sophomore, junior in high school. I played the cornet, and I dropped the thing, and I bent the mouthpiece where the mouthpiece went, and I took it over there, and he fixed it for me. Of course, I didn't know anything. That would have been in 1940.
Before he even had the music store downtown, right?
Before he had the drum shop wasn't there and nothing, and they did have a music store, I think, in town.
Okay.
But anyway, he fixed the thing because I was up in that thing there, and he fixed it, straightened it out and all that, resoldered it, what he had to do. And of course, I didn't know years later I'd be working with it either.
I was scanning through the microphone with a Pickwick Daily Call, and I ran across 3 different things. I thought, well, might as well print them out.
Yeah.
So I was looking for the funeral and the fire.
Well, if I can find something on that fire, and I'm sure I got those pictures someplace. You didn't find anything on the fire?
No, I didn't have all day to look. I was kind of killing an hour or so until because I don't like, I'm supposed to be somewhere, I want to be on time.
Mm-hmm.
Or not early, not late.
Yeah, that's right, Evelyn Kennedy, she was music director at Fullerton High School.
Here's the list of Rogers drums I got, but only a couple were made in Covington. The rest were all.
On my set, I also made the throne out of the Mardi Gras. I had both kind of thrones, so I made the one out of, the
Canister?
canister type, like a drum, only I made one of those, and then I had the regular one too. Damn, I wish I'd have kept that set. Especially since you're doing this.
Yeah. Yeah, I even scribbled the population of Covington down in 1960. 2,473. Run across it, write it down.
Yeah. Anything else you think?
The layout of the factory, I got a rough sketch of that.
Let's see.
I need to, that's another thing I need to redo so that I could present it to somebody that can refine it for me, like you. Let me do this.
I can pretty well sketch that out, right?
I got a sketch, but it's
Let's
by
see,
me.
let's see your sketch.
Was told to me by somebody that's, you got a couple idiots did this.
Let me see it. Just set it up here. I'll look at it real quick. I just about pictured my mind right
Let
now.
me take it out. Yeah, the way this guy is explaining it to me, I couldn't figure out the first floor from the second floor from the basement. And he had the factory facing the wrong direction. I thought, wait a minute. Now that needs refining big time. John Martin's wife died in 85.
Yeah. I tell you what, we go in there, let's run a copy of this. This is wrong. Right. What's this warehouse here? Where's that at? 'Cause there wasn't any building out in front of it.
Or the back. I don't know
What's
what's
on the back side is where the But see, that building is shaped like this. With the office up here in the front.
Where'd they put the new addition then?
Well, the new addition was back here.
All of this from here over?
Yeah. But that was all there when I went there.
Well, then there's another new addition about 66 or something. Right at the end there. Just small.
Well, that would,
Shipping dock or something, I don't know.
they put a Pearl building out this way.
I got ink.
Like Pearl sit out here like this.
Well, that's probably what I was drawing.
That's what I'm thinking. They're telling you here. This was, because the office was up here.
Right.
And clear across here. Let's see if I right on that. Wasn't that big, and then just turn around right. This is probably longer than this. Office here, and then the sewing room and everything was in here. In fact, engineering, let's see.